And they're off on a 24-lap odyssey is underway with over 10,000 horsepower unleashed at once. And as they fan out heading down toward the 2 commitment buoys over on the south side of the race course, we hold our breath. It looks like Jonas Anderson got a clean. Oh my, there's a problem. Somebody got racked up on the far side. It could be Ben Jelf. From our vantage point, it's hard to tell, but there was a argy-bargy going on down there, Jonathan, and over he went. And one of the drivers went upside down, so there was all sorts of pinching in that corner as we see the driver coming out after he barrel rolled the boat. They got tied up, knotted up, and we'll have to wait and see exactly what happened there. But Jonas Anderson was making good his escape and trying to get through. Oh, one of the Abu Dhabi boats.
That could, Steve, that could well. Is that Stark?
That's what I'm
Number
thinking.
6 boat, Steve.
Yep, that's Stark. What a shame for the man who last year was trying to hold on and win here. He finished 3rd in the championship, and that's his first run in his first race since 7 years of being in there. It looks like Peter Morin is there, the Frenchman. So those 2 guys got tagged, and Morin is upside down in his boat. They've had a tough weekend, Jonathan. They've had nothing but bad things happen to them, bad karma.
They seem to be on the back foot all the time. The problem you have, Steve, is the first 3 or 4 boats, they've got that experience and they can get through clean, but then everything else, the midfield, they're all bunching together and hoping that through that spray they come out the other end.
All right, let's take a look at it one more time here. We get a chance to see it. We saw it with our eyes, but now we'll get a better vantage point. There is your man on the right. That's your Poulsen. Now look in the middle of the pack right here as they start pinching in. 3 boats were trying to be in the same spot at the same time, and that did not work. Somebody missed the lane as Peter Morin turned in, and he hit the left sponson of his boat to the right sponson of, looks like Stark, and over they go. Wow, that was a tremendous blowover as they got side by side, Jonathan.
Here we go, and again, another angle, Steve, you can see there. Oh, Stark very, very tight on the outside. Or was he on the outside of Morin there?
No, he
2
was
into 1 doesn't go.
No, he was on the inside. I think Morin turned right there with him and chopped him. You can see the right sponson because the left sponson of Peter Morin nailed him. So the 2 went over.
Yeah.
And what a shame for both drivers as they were hoping to do better. Now, Peter Morin last year finished 4th in the championship, and Eric Stark was 3rd. This is not the way to start the season off and expect to finish up in the top 5.
No, you could see there that Stark obviously was committed. There was a few guys moving around a little bit into the into that first corner, and then it was really, really tight then between Stark and Peter Morin as they went through. There was literally millimeters between them, and maybe one of the boats just jumped out on the other, but maybe we'll get another shot on this, Steve, to see exactly what did happen.
Yeah, let's take a look this time with the drone camera. Let's see how it pans out here. Okay, he's up over by the commitment buoy. Look for the boats in the middle. There's 3 pinching in, and as they turn, it's Morin, and Eric Stark was sliding out, and Morin got whacked with them. So the 2 of them got together. Both are going at different angles.
Yeah, it looked to me like Stark, he'd overshot that boy by quite a bit. So would the boat, maybe the boat wouldn't settle. He had too much air underneath it. And as he was trying to turn it, it was still going straight on. Of course, Peter, who left him enough space coming into the corner, was actually turning himself. He can only see so much of the boat on the inside. And Stark seemed to go a little bit, carry on a bit, and curtains for both drivers.
Well, it's not like your old days, Jonathan, where you didn't have the closed canopy. You could lean your head out, turn sideways, look at the person next to you. Now you've got to rely on your mirrors, and those mirrors are not big, they're shaking, so you really have a limited sight angle. And boy, you could just see it, though. That was a great shot. The drone angle really helped, and it showed you, as I think you put it perfectly, is that he overshot the turn with a great deal of speed. He couldn't set the boat, and bango, he ran right into Peter Morin.
Yeah, I think that's what we saw out there. It appears to be that's what happened. Maybe we're wrong, but it looked as though Stark he seemed to go quite a long way, because Ben Jelf was on the inside. He took a really nice turn through that first corner, and then you could see the 2 of them there, Stark, overshooting the boy a little bit. Of course, Peter there already committed to turn because he thought, well, Stark is going to turn maybe 10 or 20 metres inside him. And of course, he was out of sight at that time. And unfortunately, they had that collision and they're both out of the race.
Well, we knew it was going to be a dynamic and exciting season, but we didn't even finish one lap of the opening round of this series. And already we're scrambling to get the guys back together. And interesting, the top four, when they were racing, Rusty Wyatt was really putting on pressure on Sean Torrente in that third spot. And of course, with not even a lap completed, you go back to your original starting positions. You stay out on the water. You don't go back to the start pontoon. So that means it'll be Jonas out in the front with, you got Alec Vekstrom, the 2022 Rookie of the Year, and Victory Team teammate with Sean Torrente in third, and Rusty Wyatt in that fourth position.
Yeah, and with all that excitement, we forgot about Jonas Anderson, who came off the dock like there was no tomorrow. My goodness, that boat accelerates. And I was watching him coming in through the first corner, Steve. He probably already had 10 boat lengths on the number 2 boat, the number 2 Victory boat there. Boy, is he fast out there, and it's going to be a tough order, Steve.
We figured this, Jonathan. I mean, we knew that the 2 Victory boats, the teammates, we call them the Blues Brothers, were going to be battling in the Blues, and they almost found their way to get close to Jonas, but Jonas has got the speed. So it's going to be a matter of them not dueling themselves, just like McLaren in Formula One auto racing. You know, you got to be careful. And these 2 drivers have got great talent, but Jonas is a man of his own at the moment, even though we haven't even completed a full lap.
Download Tribun X sekarang, menghadirkan lokal menjadi Indonesia.